Okay, back on the Jeep. But first, I want to start off by saying something very serious. Like dead serious.
I want to know.
Right? You see me using these grinders without a guard on it, using it one-handed, etc. I make it look easy, like most professionals make stunts look very, very easy, but it's a real deal. On occasion, you'll see me using, grinding discs without the guard, etc. And I had been using this big, heavy grinding disc. It's a big stone cup, and a couple people warned me, your grinder's overspeed for that. It's not intended for what you're using it for, and I continued to use it. And yesterday, it burst. It exploded. It could have freaking killed me. Seriously. So just be super careful with these power tools. It's no joke. This is a piece of the cup that came apart. You see, it was this big, big, heavy thing, and it was magic in grinding. But I want to show you a little something. The bullet I dodged. Check this out here. I was standing here like this, and from using the grinder for 30 plus years, I'm always aware of the way it's spinning, right? So I keep that. I never point it right at my face, and luckily that helped me live to tell the tale. Look at that wall. This was in the wall. Like, I think it was a small piece. This was literally in the wall, like that. Look over here. Way over here. Look at the back window of that truck.
Oh, wow.
What is that, 40 feet away?
I don't know.
And this morning we found this piece on the other side of the house. I mean, if that hits you in the face, just be aware. It's super freaking dangerous. Like, we're doing all this stuff. It's all happy-go-lucky. Just really pay attention, especially if you're just learning this type of stuff. This was a dumb mistake. Use your noodle.
I'm glad it broke. I'm glad it's gone.
Yeah, that was like, all I got was just a little cut, because I was wearing gloves and I was holding the grinder, and this thing went BAM! And I heard it before I felt it. And we're finding pieces and damage. Fortunately, the Zephyr didn't get anything. But, you'll hear about this stuff all the time, but when it happens to you, it's real, and it's pretty traumatic. There's just a little skid right here and a little nick. But I was here working, and I mean, boom, right into the wall. Super scary stuff. So that being said, let's roll the dice once more. Aside from that, we had some really good news. This was the big problem with what we were having. That was bent because it belonged over here, and I thought I could just reverse it. And when I did that, it was going to cause this to contact and bind up. Did a little research online. This is the M38A1 steering piece. And some advice online said, get the Jeep, like Jeepster wagon or something, mid-60s, tie rod end, passenger side. So I did. Tell me that that's not a direct opposite shape. That is super cool. And the taper is on the correct side. So look, now they're clear.
Nice.
Super stoked. Thanks, Internet. And the Jeep guys that know. It was just one of those things, one of those threads online. Guy said these are a little difficult to find, but I searched through, so it's mid-60s Jeep wagon or Jeepster. Cool to know. I'm going to thread this in and try it out. And yeah, it's the reverse thread and everything, just like it's supposed to be. watch a lot of YouTube videos of skateboarding, stunts, extreme sports, and you know, these guys are out there making this crazy stuff look easy. And I make using power tools look fairly simple, but it's all super dangerous stuff. I think that should put us in the zone. Let's get a clamp on that. All right. Set that under. Look at that. Plenty of clearance. You can get a whole finger under there. As we tighten it, it'll give it a little bit more, which is perfect. Love it. So now this little U-bolt thing is in the way. So I'm going to just cut that off with the disc grinder, and I'm going to reverse it. For now, I'm going to take it right off. Cool. So this did have a rivet in it, but again, for the intended use that we're putting this through, regular vehicles that are two-wheel drives, they don't have all these things holding the leaf springs together. So I bet I could just move this up a little bit or down a little bit, just get it out of the way of our rod. So that's cool. Now we're going to put the steering box on. Okay. Made this plate in the last video, and the more I fitted up and looked at it, I was noticing that the chassis is just not really accommodating the plate. You can see here how this lower piece, there's a space here, right? So I thought I would just shim it out 1/8 inch. Gonna set this in there. Weld this in. Then the box will flush right up like that. And we're going to drill a hole here to let this pass through. So I think I'll start by chalking that and drilling. Pretty much there. I'm going to cut this big and then put a tube through it. So we have a defined angle. Take this and make believe that that's the steering shaft angle. Basically like that. Now we can drill it from that side and it'll be the same center.
Oh, so that thing is a center like drill? What is that thing called?
See, this is a hole saw. So see, there's a drill bit in the center,
Uh-huh.
and that holds it into shape while you're cutting this circle out.
Oh, wow. I was wondering what that was.
Hole saw. Ta-da.
Wow.
Oh, there's a mouse nest in there.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say it was a mouse. I was like, oh.
There might be. Oh, there's definitely a nest. Whoa!
Stop it.
Mouse. A field mouse. And we got the pilot hole on the other side. I'm going to line that up. Send it. Aha! Very hot. Cool, so this is that spacer plate. Check. Steering box. Yeah, that'll go right through. Nice. Cool. I'm going to tack this all up. Put a clamp on it just to hold. That's good enough just to test. Out of the way for the time being. This will get cut off in the end. This is just, look how close they are now. You can see they're not terribly out of line. This is a bit long. If it seems like it's going to bind, I may shorten it a little bit, but that's what we're here to do, find out. Yeah, I may have to cut this and shorten it. But let's get to the drag link, cross link on this. So I did already the math. I got this steering box lined up on center. This will be adjustable, but I'm just looking at this tire to the chassis. I'm going to measure that for square. So we're going to want from eye to eye roughly 26.5. So I had the other links left over and I did a little prep on this. Same as with the other side, just making sure that I had one that was reverse thread. So that is reverse thread. That's tightening. Remember all the special noises this was making, so it's definitely coming back to life. All right, so that's reverse thread. All right, this one's standard thread, or rather right and left hand. I mean, what is standard anyway? You want roughly 26.5. It's about there to center. Cut that. Put this in the drill press so we can plug weld it. Somebody also said, hey, next time you're welding a tie rod together, use a piece of angle iron. It'll keep it nice and square. And you know what? It will. That's a great idea. Instead of a wooden pallet. I'm not saying I didn't know about that, but hey, good call, right? Put that solid sleeve in there. Look at that. Do a quick check from center to center. Yeah, we got just 26.25. We'll put a nice gap in that, and then we'll have 26.5. Bada bing. Red hot. We're gonna let that air dry for a bit. Quick little sander dress up detail. And let's put it into place. See what we're working with. Well, I'll be. Looks like this might want to be turned straight up so it doesn't hit the leaf spring, but it might work. A little tightener on there, see what we got. Nothing too tight in case we gotta reconfigure. All of this stuff is fine threaded. That's why it takes so long to turn the wrenches. But that's typical for steering components. It's very strong. All right. You know what this is called? You know what this is called?
A crossbar thingamajig.
I was actually thinking it's more the moment of truth.
Oh.
But that is, this is the tie rod, and this is a drag link. And it doesn't look like it's going to drag on anything, does it?
Nope.
Take some weight off. What we're looking for is binding, pinching, funny noises, screams of terror. None of the above. Man, does that guy know how to build some Jeeps or what?
She's alive.
I'll take it. If it works, it works. Short little story. I like it.
Same.
Yes. All the yes. See ya.
Yay.
Steering Jeep. I'm gonna weld all that up, call that thing installed.
Love it. One step closer.
But we'll never finish it. We don't finish anything.
I know.